You won't believe how Tom is going to turn his $1,200 allowance into an epic adventure in Rome. Little did he know, this money would get him into some serious trouble. Ever since Tom arrived in Rome, he's been mimicking Archie non-stop, rocking Archie's robe, sporting his ring, and even talking like him. His elaborate schemes are rolling smoothly, but the only worry? Archie's buddy says he's coming to Rome. Good news. Carlo helped him deal with the boat, and wow, what a trustworthy guy. After his cut, he sent Tom a whopping $45,000. Instant millionaire, folks. With money wars behind him, Tom rented a posh apartment under Archie's name. The decor looks fancy enough to hang in a museum. Clearly, Italians care about furniture quality, and the landlady is light years better than the hefty women back in New York. The only downside? The elevator's out. For the next month, Tom's hopping between art galleries and antique shops, hunting for vinyl records and dining at fancy restaurants, soaking up the high life vibes while the elevator finally gets a makeover by month's end. He even painted a bunch of landscapes, not because he loves it, but as prep for his grand escape as the afternoon rolls on. The doorbell rings. Tom hesitates to open it, then the phone rings, followed by the unmistakable elevator jingle. Then footsteps, and finally, a loud knock. Dickie. Oh, Dickie. Come on, open up. Lion lady just said you're here. Tom opens the door and sees Fred desperately searching for Archie. Fred asks where Archie is, and Tom, who's rehearsed this play, quickly jumps in. Oh, Archie's out. Fred scans the room and asks Tom, do you live here too? Tom shakes his head in denial. I'm just a guest too. Tom realizes he forgot to take off the ring. Fred glances at the painting board and can't help but marvel. Archie's really working hard. Fred pours himself a drink and lounges on the couch, eyeballing Tom up and down, finally resting his gaze on Tom's shoes. Those shoes? Archie has the same pair. Tom quickly replies, I bought these in New York. Fred just smirks at him. Those are custom made by an old couple only available in Florence, Italy. Tom replies, yep, my friend in Florence helped me with that purchase back in New York. Fred takes a sip and asks Tom, what's going on with Archie? 2 months without a word. He didn't even come for Christmas. Tom pretends to think for a moment. He glances at the window and says, Archie wants to be an artist. Fred is not happy with this answer and yells, Archie wouldn't be caught dead in that ugly robe. He adds, you gay scumbag. Tom's heart races as Fred downs his drink and storms out. Nice to meet you. Tom shuts the door and strains his ears, carefully listening. As he hears the elevator doors close, he rushes out. It's already on the first floor, and sees Fred angrily accusing the landlady of lying. The landlady pays him no mind, so Fred hops back into the elevator. Tom rushes back to close the door, then hears those footsteps. Footsteps mingled with knocking. Fred's back inside for another round. Fed up with pretending, Fred's New York buddy did some digging. Turns out Tom's just a petty crook living in a lousy apartment, driving on counterfeit ID and scams. Before Fred finishes, Tom's gloomy face motions him to leave. Fred spins around, wanting to check Tom's watch. If I'm right, the back should have Archie's initials. Ignoring him, Tom repeats his request for Fred to leave. Fred says he'll be out in a sec, and he'll bring the cops in 1 hour. He's seen too many con artists like Tom, who live off charming rich guys. With that, Fred tosses down his pallet and struts out the door. For the second murder, Tom is much calmer this time. He approaches the body and rummages around, finding a British passport and car keys. Fred must have driven here. These must be the body disposing tools. Tom checks the car and heads back to the apartment. Back in the apartment, he spots blood on the decorative art and grabs a wet towel to start cleaning up. His brain is racing. It's 5 p.m., 2 hours to nightfall, and handling a body is best done in the dead of night. This isn't the seaside. A body here will be found. The landlady knows Fred, so he must calculate death time for autopsies. Tom pours himself a drink, wondering if someone is waiting for Fred, someone who knows he came looking for him. Just as he sinks into the couch, he suddenly remembers Fred loves to drink. An incredible idea hits him. Tom spends a solid 10 minutes pouring a whole bottle of hot liquor down Fred's throat. Then he starts rehearsing potential police questions, practicing his tone and expressions so much that he almost believes Fred's already gone and the murder's got nothing to do with him. As the midnight chimes ring through, Rome sinks into deep slumber, while Tom needs to move Fred to the car. But this guy is heavy like an entire mountain. The last thing he wants is to make noise. Just before they head out, Tom carefully places a hat on Fred's head. The elevator then rises up quickly. He drags Fred into the tight elevator, hitting one as it starts descending slowly. Ugh, elevator's broken. Tom takes a deep breath. The body can't stay. Who knows if someone waits for Fred? With no choice, Tom must do a manual body transfer. He thinks of a new way to carry Fred and leans him against the door. Ugh, forget it. Dragging it is. In the empty hallway, as he drags the item along, a neighbor's door snaps shut behind them with a click. Thank goodness she didn't interfere. The night streets are dead silent. If you enjoyed our story, don't forget to hit subscribe for more hilarious content.